Hello there and welcome to HelpGrow Academy. In today's class, we'll be solving Post UTME questions on chemistry. The first question we have on the board says, how many moles are in 12.0 grams of magnesium? How many moles are in 12.0 grams of magnesium? They gave us the molar mass of magnesium to be 24.0 gram per mole. Option A, we have 0.25 moles. Option B, 0.40 moles. Option C, 0.50 moles. And option D, 2.0 moles. Solution. They said how many moles are in 12 grams of magnesium. So they gave us mass of magnesium. Let's see. Is equal to 12.0 grams. Yes. We are also given the molar mass of magnesium. Molar mass of magnesium is equal to 24.0 gram per mole. They said how many moles are in. So the moles, number of moles is unknown. Now recall that mole N is equal to mass over molar mass. That's the formula for moles. Mole is equal to mass over molar mass. From the question, we have the mass of magnesium to be 12.0 gram divided by the molar mass of magnesium to be 24.0 gram per mole. Gram will take away gram. It goes out. So we have 12.0 divided by 24 gives us 5.0. Gives us 0.50. We have mole. Don't forget, this one comes up here. It changes, this negative sign goes out. So we have 0.50 mole. The correct option here is option C. This is the question 2 says, what volume with 0.25 mole of oxygen gas occupy at STP? What volume with 0.25 mole of oxygen gas occupy at STP? Take the molar gas volume to be 22.4 dm³ per mole. Option A, we have 5.6 dm³. B, we have 11.2 dm³. C, 0.56 dm³. And D, 0.24 dm³. Now let's solve this. We have solution. From the question, they said what volume? Well, so volume is unknown. Will 0.25 mole of oxygen gas. So they give us mole, number of moles of oxygen gas to be 0.25 mole. At STP, they give us molar gas volume. So we have molar gas volume to be equal to 22.4 dm³ per mole. This was what we were given from the question. Now recall that volume is equal to mole times the molar gas volume. When you have this kind of question, just recall this formula that volume is equal to mole times the molar gas volume. If we substitute these values, we have that volume is equal to 0.25 moles times the molar gas volume is 22.4 dm cube per mole is the same thing as divided by mole. That's what this per mole means. Now, mole take away mole, they go out. 0.25 times 22.4 gives us 5.6 dm cube. Therefore, the volume is equal to 5.6 dm cube. The correct option here is option B, 5.6 dm cube. Question 3 says, a solution contains 0.1 mole of sodium chloride in 0.50 dm cube of solution. What is the molar concentration? Option A, 0.050 mole per dm cube. Option B, 0.20 mole per dm cube. Option C, 0.40 mole per dm cube. And option D, 2.0 mole per dm cube. Solution, let's solve this. From the question, we are given what? The number of mole, N, which is the number of mole, is given as 0.10 mole. They also give us the volume of the solution to be what? Volume is equal to 0.50 dm cube. Like I said, volume is either in cm cube or dm cube. They say, what is the molar concentration? Molar concentration, C, is unknown. Now, the key points here, the formula for molar concentration C is given by the formula N over V. This is the formula for molar concentration. C is equal to N over V, where our N is the number of moles and our V is the volume. We have the formula C is equal to N over V. If we substitute these values here, we have N to be 0.10 mole divided by what? 0.50 dm cube. 0.10 divided by 0.50 gives us 0.2 gives us 0.2 mole per dm cube. The dm cube here is the denominator. So the correct option here is option B, 0.20 mole per dm cube. Question 4 says, what is the mass of 0.75 moles of water? Take the mass of water to be 18.0 gram per mole. Option A, we have 9.0 gram. B, we have 13.5 grams. C, we have 15.0 gram. And D, we have 27.0 gram. Now, from the question, we are given the mole, number of mole, N is equal to 0.75 mole. And we are given the mass of water. Mass of water, MH2O, is equal to 18.0 gram per mole. They said we should find the mass. The mass of 0.7 moles of water. So it's unknown. Now recall that mass, the key point here is for you to know that mass of a substance is equal to the number of mole times the mass of the compound. Let's change this to capital M. If we substitute the values here, we have the mass of 0.75 moles of water is equal to the number of moles is what? 0.75 mole times the mass of water, which is 18.0 gram per mole. Per mole is also the same thing as divided by mole. So mole take away mole, they cancel out. You're left with 0.75 times 18.0 gram. If you put your calculator, 0.75 times 18.0 gives us 13.5 grams. Therefore, the correct option here is option B, 13.5 grams. Question 5 says, how much water must be added to 200 cm cube of a 1.05 mole per dm cube sodium hydroxide solution to obtain a 1.0 mole per dm cube solution? They give us in, they say use the formula C1V1 is equal to C2V2, and also remember that 1000 cm cube is equal to 1 dm cube. Now these people have done us a very good favor by giving us these parameters. Option A, we have 50 cm cube, B, we have 100 cm cube, C, we have 150 cm cube, and D, we have 300 cm cube. Our solution. From the question, we are given the formula C1V1 is equal to C2V2. From the question, we have V1 to be unknown, V2 is equal to 200 cm cube, 200 cm cube. From the question, they say converting from that 1000 cm cube is equal to 1 dm cube. So what we need to do here, for us to convert from cm cube to dm cube, we divide by 1000. This take away this is, we have 2 divided by 10 to give us 0.2 dm cube. You have converted from cm cube to dm cube. Our C1 is giving us 1.5 mole per dm cube. And our C2 is giving us 1.0 mole per dm cube. From this equation now, if we make V1 subject to formula, we have that V1 is equal to C2V2 all over C1, which is equal to, our C2 from the question is what, 1.5. So we have 1.5 times our V2. V2 is what, 0.2 divided by our C1. C1 is 1.0. Now, 1.5 times 0.2 will give us 0.3 divided by 1.0. 0.3 divided by 1.0 will give us 0.3. Therefore, the V1 is equal to 0.3 dm cube. Now, let's convert from dm cube to cm cube. Converting from dm cube to cm cube, we multiply by 1000. So we have that 0.3 dm cube to cm cube is 0.3 times 1000 cm cube. This will give us what, 300 cm cube. Now the question says how much water must be added to 200 cm cube. We have 300 cm cube. So the amount of water now, the amount of water to be added is equal to V1 minus V2. Our V1 is what, 300 cm cube minus our V2 is what, 200 cm cube. 300 minus 200 cm cube gives us what? This is equal to 100 cm cube. Therefore, our final answer is what? Option B, 100 cm cube.